We are now located at site number 1, the Luz Del Mundo site number 1. Right in front of us is Haltemba Bay. This road over here, if you go down this road and take a left-hand turn, it'll come out to Highway 200. Now the way to get here is, if you're leaving Guayabitos going towards Puerto Vallarta, you'll pass a church called Luz Del Mundo. Once you pass the church, the first street to your left, you'll come all the way up here. It'll come right to the end over here. You'll be able to take a left or right-hand turn. You'll take a right-hand turn at the guard shack, and you'll follow this road about 200 meters. And right over here, let me show you this field right here. There's this big tree right over there. See that tree over here? This one right there? Or I should, let me see, let me point. It's a little dark here. But anyways, that tall tree up there, right over there is a big boulder. It's called a star chart boulder. What we're going to do is take a walk over there, and we'll share the boulder with you. It's a fantastic piece of work. So let's go on and see what we can find. Okay, what we're doing is we're standing right here in front of the site. Here's the big tree that I was talking about. Now right over here it's a hill. Okay, and on the downward slope are where a lot of these boulders and stones are. Unfortunately, this whole field over here was filled with them, and when they started developing this for land with a big bulldozer, they wrecked many of the petroglyphs. But let's start walking in there. And I'm with two friends now, Benny and his brother Manuel, and I'm going to show them this site, and I'm also going to share it with you. It's a wonderful site. Unfortunately, every year that I come here, more and more of this site is being, I'll say, desecrated or destroyed. It's kind of sad, but that's the way it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up this boulder over here, and we'll take a look down, okay? Right here, in front of me, is a bowl. It broke off from this boulder. It sheared off. But right over here is another big bowl. Let me go around it and show you. Okay, all those rocks or boulders right up in here are full of symbols, and what we're going to do is take a trip down into those boulders and share the site with you. Well, I'm walking here in this little downslope where these beautiful petroglyphs are located. This first boulder over here, unfortunately, some, I guess, uneducated person, you know, not appreciating the value of this historic boulder, started chipping away with it, probably with a hammer. Here's some more chipping away that he's done with a hammer. And over here, he's put his initials on there, which are TMA. TMA. So, you know, maybe 1,000 years from now, TMA will be considered a petroglyph. But for right now, it's destruction of the symbol. Look at this. Here's our first spiral on this boulder. Here's another spiral right here with a tail to it. And right up here is, again, some markings. And we'll go around this boulder and get another perspective. Again, here's some pitting on the boulder. Okay, I want to go back because you're going to see something very interesting on this boulder. We'll get a good perspective here by stepping back. Okay, right there is some square design. Right there is a face, and right next to it is another face. It's a little dark. I don't know if you can see it, but what I'll do is I'm going to turn around and go down this little incline over here. And from the incline, whoops, I'm going to take a view of this boulder. And there it is. Look at that. There's a face, and right there is another face. Isn't that great? There we go. There's a spiral above it. Okay, there's another symbol. Okay, and right next to that boulder, we have what I call the star chart boulder. It's enormous. It's enormous. But look at that. Look at the symbols right over here. Up the side of this boulder, there's spirals all up and down over here. This also has what I'll call some pictographs, which I mean, well, maybe that's not the correct term, but they're faces. Very interesting. Here's a spiral, interconnecting spiral. And over here are these bowls, and they're smooth in there. They're smooth in there. So it was used for grinding. Okay, here's another one, very smooth. This is the side here. I'm going to show you the side. Probably in the background you can hear some music. And unfortunately, there's a housing or development of this land right here. And this site right here is now being used as a bathroom, incredible as it may seem. This site is supposed to be protected by the Institute of National Archaeology. They even had a sign up here, but let me tell you, it's absurd. There is no protection here, and these things are getting destroyed, you know. And it's really a sad day. But look at this. Look at all the interconnecting spirals along the face of this boulder, all the way up over here, full of spirals. And let me come down here, and here's what I feel is beautiful. Here's a spiral right here. Let me go to the right. Oh my God, look at that. There's a face there, and right next to it is another one. Let me go down. There we go. We've got both of them in here, and then there's a spiral. Again, we'll take a look up at the boulder. It's just completely covered with spirals. It was just very beautiful, very beautiful. Okay, right over here, as I said, we're on a downslope. And right over here, they're constructing homes. And the workmen from that area, right over here, are coming up here and using it for a bathroom. It's really sad. And I'm going to be quiet for a minute, and maybe you can even hear the construction and the music going on below us. Maybe even see some of the work that's happening here, I don't know, through the trees. I see people moving about, so it's a pretty big house that they're building. But anyways, let me pan back around. Next to this boulder right over here, okay, here's another spiral on there, right up in here. There's a boulder right over here. Look at it, and that's filled with comet spirals is what I'll call them. Okay, right over here, all right, I have to be careful, is another boulder. And there's some more symbols over here, covered with dirt. But if you look at it from afar, you can see, let me uncover it here. Right over here, you can see a square spiral. I'll call them 2 square spirals. And then below it, it looks like legs. And right above it, covered with leaves, maybe like a head. Okay, this is maybe a shaman's. They call them shamal here in Mexico, but it's an Indian shaman symbol. Look at this over here. Big, big spiral. Spiral after spiral. Oh, look at this. This here looks like a peyote symbol. This looks like a peyote symbol right here. Very beautiful. You know, as I said, it's very sad to see this site, known by the government to be a historic site, actually being neglected. Yeah, all for progress, I guess. Let me show you something else. Right over here, looks like a boulder when I first saw it. But right above it, there's another boulder. And it's flat. And what this boulder here is, this is the cap to that boulder. It slid off of there, you know. Very interesting. But let me go back over here and show you this other boulder here. Isn't that amazing? Look at this. I mean, it's got spiral after spiral. Look at this one here. It's beautiful, beautiful. They're deep grooved, okay. Here's another spiral right over here next to it. Right here. The work is amazing. I tried doing it, and it's, I'm telling you, it's not easy to do. Here's another symbol. The best way to describe this, it looks like the back of an alligator. That's the kind of work it looks like. Well, let me get back here. There's one spiral here, a big one. Another spiral right here, and all behind the boulder. There's the star chart boulder right here. There's the one that's a cap. What I want to do is turn around and show you these 2 big boulders over here. This one over here is a bowl right here, and right over here is another one. And you can see that it's split from this major boulder here. It's in 2 pieces. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the other one over here, and there's a spiral here, and as we go to it, you'll be able to see. Oh, look at this. Here's 2 more spirals right here. There's one right here, very faint. We're lucky today because it's cloudy, and so there's not a lot of sun directly on a boulder, so you could actually get a really good view of what's going on. And here's the sad part. Look at this here. It's being used as a bathroom. As a bathroom right here. Look at this, incredible. And I want to tell you, I was here 4 years ago. There was a humongous boulder right here with an arrow and a spiral behind the arrow. that boulder's gone. I'm telling you, it was as big as 2 Volkswagen buses. It's gone. It's been destroyed. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm a witness to that. I'm a witness to history, so to speak. Now that boulder is very interesting. At certain aspects, it looks like a lizard head. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it in real close, and hopefully we can get a good perspective. But there's a spiral there. What I'm going to do is move around a little bit. Okay, and let's see if we can find the spiral here. Let me go back. I don't know, the lighting doesn't look to be right. I can see it with the naked eye, but the spiral is right above this white element here. There's a spiral right there, you know. Maybe it's too dark here with the camera, but let me turn around. Okay, I've got it zoomed in over here, and let me bring it in closer. And I see some workmen up there, or through the trees here. It seems to be the roof of a house that right there it's coming into focus. So that's where the construction of the house is, right over here. It's a fairly big structure. Oh, there's somebody here, I think, moving. So anyways, the workmen from that site are coming up here. Okay, they're taking a trail up in here, and they're walking up here and using it as a bathroom. And I'm almost certain that one of the workmen there was one of the people that probably took a hammer to one of those boulders. So I mean, I'm happy to film this video and to share this with you. As I said, every year that I come here, more and more is destroyed, and so we should be happy for what we have, you know. So in the name of progress, in the name of development, in the name of Riviera Nayarit, old history makes way, you know. So I think actually that's the history of the world. So there's nothing new here in terms of destruction of history and ancient artifacts. So it was fun coming out here, and let's hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. And I'm here with Manuel and Benny, 2 people who appreciate what we have over here. So anyways, we're going to go up to the next site, and I'll share that with you.